What you're seeing right here is this is the main entrance and exit to my primary depot. My primary depot has about 10 or 15 tram lines, and it has around 200 trains that are going in and out. There's 4 lanes going in, 4 lanes coming out, and it's designed so that more than one train can enter the depot or leave the depot at the same time. You're going to notice that there are 3 trains here that need to leave the depot, and you'll notice that all 3 are leaving at the same time because they're on separate tracks. And we've got 2 that are entering at the same time. And the way I did it was, even though I have 10 or 15 different lines, there's 2 or 3 per car lane, which is a track. And I use waypoints to determine where the train would go. And there is a methodology. The train here that is heading south is on the leftmost track. This one that isn't moving, he's probably going to go south to the right of the screen. And the ones that are heading to the north, the upper right of the screen, they're going to be on the inside lanes. You can see they got their blinkers on because they're preparing to turn. And here you can see all the trains obviously making their turns at the same time. And not only do you use all the lanes going into the depot, but on the main road, which is in this case an avenue, I don't use just the center lane. I also use the automobile lane that is near the sidewalk, and some of the other automobile lanes, because it helps the congestion. It helps them queue up to get into the depot, and it helps them queue up to leave the depot. Having these trains that are not moving is not good, because if they're not moving, they're not picking up passengers, and I want them to pick up passengers. You don't want passengers being unhappy, because then they'll become pedestrians, and then they'll cause more traffic jams when they're crossing through the intersections. So what I need to do is I need to split this up so that I can get the trains into the depot faster, or I need to create a new depot and put some of the lines on a different depot. And the best solution, of course, is going to be to make a new depot. So here you can see what the congestion looks like as they're going into the depot and coming out of the depot, which is currently at max capacity. And I'm going to show you another intersection, and you're going to see the same thing. You'll see that this train is a north-south train, so his lane is along the sidewalk. It means he doesn't have to cross over any other trains to head north. And when he comes back from the south, he doesn't have to cross over any trains in order to queue up to head back into the depot. These other trains are heading south. And it's the same thing. He has a lane that is in the median that he can turn into. You can see he's turning into it right now. Even though the 8 train is right next to him, but I gave the 8 train his own lane so that he could head south into the car traffic while the 12 line is also heading south. Obviously, the automobile traffic adds some congestion, but it is more efficient to do it this way. You'll see here you have 2 trains that are heading west at the same time. One got behind the other. Now you'll notice that this 11 train, he didn't go on the median. He went all the way to the left, and there's a reason why. He's going that way because he's probably going to make a westward turn right over here. So he doesn't want to cross over traffic, so he's already getting into that lane. It didn't have to be that way. I could have done it another way. Now there's a way, you can see that all the congestion here is gone. It only took a little bit of time. The reason why there was congestion is because I just restarted the game. And there was the whole entire thing was all backed up. So I had to wait for it to clear out. But the congestion has cleared up. And maybe we can see some more train action over here. You can see the 12 and the 10 are both turning in at the same time. And the 8 and the 12 are outgoing at the same time. So now to add a new terminal, a new depot, you want to add it in such a way that it's not going to create more congestion. This is the second most congestion intersection, which is right over here. So I don't want more trains to go here. I want less trains to go through here. So I decided that I'm going to target one of these other intersections, which could possibly be this one right here. And I'm going to use this intersection for trains to be going in and out of there instead of the primary depot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new depot, the largest one possible. And I'm going to rotate it like so. I'm going to build a road. It looks like this road allows for more traffic. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one has 10 lanes. Okay. I'm going to build the tram lines. And right now I'm just going to do whatever it takes to get them in. Okay, so it looks like I can't use the parking line. So I'm going to delete this road. Don't use the 10-lane road. It's not going to work. I'm going to go back to the 8-lane road. Build the tram lines. And again, I'm not going to take into any consideration as to where they're going just now. What I'll do is I'll worry about it later when I need to queue them up. Now this is the 12 line, so we're going to highlight the 12 line. He's going to have to go in through here, so I need another line going in through there. I'm going to pick this 12 line, turn it on. Let's see where he's going. It looks like he might be heading north and south. He's a north and south line, and I'm going to switch him so that he goes into this depot. So I need to know if the 12 stops at any of these stops. You see over here, tram stop 151. It says tram line 12. I got to get rid of that. So I got to remove 151. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to take 151. And I'm going to delete it, and I'm going to remove the waypoint, and I'm going to remove that waypoint, and I'm going to remove that waypoint. Okay. Let's see if there's any more stops for the 12. There are not. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove depot number 1. Remove that, and you notice, even though I clicked on remove, it shows up again. That's because it took the one at the end and put it first, so you actually have to remove it twice. And now it's gone, and then I'm going to add this depot. And I got to do it a second time to add it to the end. It's not allowing me to do it. Okay, it could be because there's something wrong with my route. So I have to look to see if there's any more stops with the 12. That's an 8. Waypoint 249. This is a 12. Tram stop 217. Got to remove that. Now I can add this depot. Now what's going to happen, okay, I need to buy trains. So we're going to go here, buy 16 trains. I'm going to get 10 of these high-capacity trains. And I'm going to buy 10 that repair quickly. Even though it doesn't show the line going in, it is in fact properly working. You can see that a 12 train is actually going into the station right now. So that's how you switch the train to a new line. It does leave all the trains in the old depot because I bought new trains. So if you want to get rid of them for the purpose of overcrowding, that's what you need to do. You'd have to go to your depot and delete a bunch of trains. Okay, now the question is, can we put another train on this line? We've got the 12 here. Let's look at the 10. The 10 could go in, but it's going to take a little bit more work. I have to just route all of that. I'm going to build the lines for the 10. So I'm going to build the tram track. The 10 is going to need it coming in from over here. Okay, so I should be able to put the 10 in. Now I need to find the stops. This one is tram stop 204. So I got to look for tram stop 204, which is the first one, and remove it. I'm going to remove anything that says it's a waypoint. We don't need this anymore. And I'm going to check this over here. That's a line 8. I don't see any more stops for the 10. So I am going to remove the depot and the depot, the last and the first. And I'm going to try to add this one. And it worked. It's not able to find a path to the second one. I'm going to show you why. I need to build from here across to here. So we're going to go back to the 10. And we're going to add the last depot stop. And now I have the 10 switching over to the other depot. So I need to buy some trains over here. I am going to buy 10 of these. And I'm going to buy 10 of the faster repairing trains, which is going to be this one. You know it repairs faster because it says maintenance required per 100 kilometers, 5 minutes. Now those trains are going to go in and out of that depot. The trains still exist in the original depot. If you look closely, you're going to see it says tram line 8 and there's 52 trains. So there's a surplus on tram line 8 for some reason. There's too many trains out there. They need to get into the depot. Hopefully what I did is going to fix some of the congestion and get those trains in there a lot more efficiently. Now the question is, how many trains do you need to have in your depot? And you have to count the second number. Over here it says 14 and then 16 and then 13 and then a bunch of 11s, 21, 9, and 5. So you're going to total all those up: 10, 20, 30, 43, 53, 63, 73, 76, 77, 87, 97, 106, 111, and then you add the 16, which is 121, 127. So 127 is the maximum capacity, but I have 190. So I have 70 trains too many. But it's okay to keep some spares. So I'm going to delete about 50 trains. We're going to look for ones that are saying standing in Tram Depot 1 that are not at 100%. You want to get the ones that are sitting in the depot because the other ones are actually doing work and they might have passengers on them and they might be making money, so you don't want to cut those off. This is going to fix the congestion problem. There's a lot to go. Some of the interface is a little bit clunky. This is going to be an example of one of those things where it's a little bit of a pain to complete this process. There's obviously an easier way, which is to pick the trains that are outside the station and delete those. However, it's not good unless they're the ones that are actually driving into the station. Those would be your second choice. Got another one here. So again, I'm looking for where it says standing in Tram Depot and where it's less than 100%. This one's at 64%. I missed one. This one's at 57. If you want to delete the ones that are out en route, pick the ones that have the lowest maintenance percentage. Because those are going to be very problematic. They're going to go very slow, and they will cause traffic delays. Okay, so I'm going to count how many trains. I only got rid of 20. I really want to get rid of another 20. It's okay to have extra because they're going to queue up on this road going into the depot. You can see there's a lot less congestion now on this road. It's going to be a lot easier for the trains to get in and out. And there's virtually no congestion over here. And what I can do if I want to is I can transfer more tram lines into this depot. Let's see how the other depot's doing. This one you can see is very efficient. No traffic jam. 80 trains in that depot. Here's where I have a problem. This is a very busy line coming over the bridge. The 8. And what he needs to do is bring his people over and then basically turn around and go back. Whenever you have trains going through the intersections and then you have a long road such as a bridge, the trains are going to queue up on that long road. And the reason why is because of the way the game is. When the traffic light changes, the trains don't only enough to fit into the next intersection. There's only room for one intersection. That's where the bottleneck is. If they were making a right turn, for example, they'd all be able to go right or even left. And he's just going to go and he's going to turn around and come back. So to make it, you'll notice that this train right here, he just stopped right there. Luckily, he moved again. But there's a more efficient way, and that is to get rid of that intersection right there. Or to find a longer road for him to enter. There is a monorail system which you may have to purchase the monorail pack. The monorails are far easier to work with than trams. You're going to get a lot less congestion. They move a lot more rapidly. They move a lot more people. They have a larger radius, and you make a lot more money with the monorails. Now, the way I manage the trams is the same basically for managing the trains, the subway trains, the same for managing buses, the same for managing monorails. You basically do the same thing. I'm going to show you how my buses go in. The buses have more than one road to queue up on. Some of them are going to go up on this dedicated bus road. Some of them are going to take the center road, but they're all basically queuing up to get into the station, and there's no traffic jam. So I don't have to worry about this. There used to be a traffic jam, and the way I got around it was I added this dedicated bus lane, Sunset View Way, which allows more buses to queue up. And you want to use the buses to do all the short routes and have the monorails and the trains do all the longer routes, and use the trams, obviously, for any of the medium routes. You'll notice that when I did the monorail, I came over for just one stop. And that allows the monorail to carry large numbers of passengers to the other island. That's going to be one of the highest trafficked lines and stops right there. And they'll walk over to the other nearby stops. This depot I never used, but obviously if I had a lot more congestion, I could put trains queuing up on this bridge into this depot. It's a very efficient way to get them in and out. Let's see how my highway traffic is doing. I didn't have any dense highway traffic. So normally I build a complicated highway system. Haven't built it yet in this game. And you'll see I have an underground. Oh, it looks like I do have traffic on my underground highway. Let's see where these guys are going. So obviously when you have traffic on a highway, the way to reduce the traffic is to make more off-ramps, get them off that road. For some reason, they're all over here. Don't know why. Hard to see. But they're obviously queuing up over there because they want to get up onto the surface. And it's a long way before they get up on the surface. So I'm going to build a way for them to get up onto the surface. You'll see that over here we have a park. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that traffic up onto here. I'm going to go underneath, and I'm going to pick one of these intersections. Perhaps I could do this one right here and loop that traffic into this intersection. No, maybe not. I'll do a different intersection. So I will start over here. I'm going to pick a road. It has to be an expressway. I'll do 2 lanes. I'm going to start it over here. It has to go down 16. So that's 16. And then I'm going to bring it around to this way. And then I am going to connect it to here, like that. So that underground traffic is going to be able to come up onto this road, and it should alleviate some of the traffic. There are some gaps over here where I could also make connections to the surface, such as this intersection right here. See how it looks. So I'm going to make a connection to there. I'm going to split it off of this road. You have to bring it down to 8 meters. Oh, no, wait. Is that down at 12? Okay. I'm going to pick a different spot to make my connection. Do it from here. He's got to come around here. He's going to do a loop. And then make that connection. And this will do for now. It's going to alleviate some of the traffic until I build a better road system in the future. And you're going to see that road traffic is coming up right over here. See some cars are coming over. So let's check that bridge out again. Looks like the traffic is now moving. What's important is that the traffic is moving. How fast it moves is not so important. You don't want it to be a dead stop. As long as the cars are moving, you'll be fine. And let's see if there's... Okay, so because this is above the water, I can make other connections. For example, I can connect to this intersection over here. All I got to do is go like this, take an expressway, come off like that. And there you have it. So that's also going to alleviate some of the traffic. Because I don't have mass transit in this location, chances are all the road traffic is coming here. That's just my experience from playing the game. Yeah, there's an underground road over here. It has a small amount of traffic on it. And it looks like there is a bridge over here. Okay, let's check in with everything else. You can see this is not congestion. The trains are moving. It's not backing up. As long as they keep on moving, I'm happy. Trains are going in and out. Let's check the neighboring intersection. This one over here. I want to check to see how many trains are queued up. Not that many, only 1 or 2. It's no big deal. The number 8 line is a problem. You'll see that there's a lot of trains on the 8 line. The 8 line carries a lot of passengers. A tram is not designed to do this type of work. You really want to use a monorail to get these guys over here. But in the future, I need to find a way to get those 8 trains moving faster. Over here, everything, we got 82 trains, no traffic jam. This is a bus depot. There are 78 buses. I don't see a traffic jam. Everything looks like it's running smoothly. The only issue I got to deal with is the 8s that are lining up over here. I have to find a way to get them across faster. To be honest, I don't want to make more connections on this road, but to make a loop underground or a loop above ground will solve the problem. What I could do is branch off of this main intersection and bring a loop around, or make it so that it turns right. Or I could do it right over here. What I could do is have the 8s turn to the right, go to this intersection, make a loop, have them get back on, and head back to where they came from. Okay, so that's a little bit about tram traffic and train traffic on Cities in Motion 2, and how I queued everything up to be as efficient as possible. I'm going to let it run without any commentary for a minute or so, if you want to watch it. If you have any questions or comments, please post below.